Hey guys, welcome back to Boxpred. Looking forward to the fights this weekend. So let's continue because we've got some more to look at and it just keeps getting better. We've got this fight coming up here this weekend between Maidana and Josesito Lopez. Now, this is, it's going to be an exciting fight. You can see from the two guys' styles, this should be a lot of action. Blow for blow, just all that war it may turn into. Let's talk about both fighters. Let's start off with Maidana. We saw him against Josesito Lopez, and he has joined Robert Garcia as his new trainer, who has seemingly tried to develop his style and take him back to a bit more technique. He's introduced more of a jab into Maidana's game. But something also that I noticed he's trying to do is he's trying to straighten out that right hand of Maidana. So now we've got a guy in Maidana who not only is he still dangerous with his power, but now he's coming at you with punches that are taking less time to get to you. So, and then once he catches you with them, then he's getting inside, and then he's going to unload with the hooks that he already had in his artillery. So we got a guy who's a power puncher, a known power puncher, who can do damage to you, but now he's setting up his punches with a jab. He's using a double jab at times. Then he's coming through with a straight right hand. Then he's getting inside, then he's trying to do some damage with his hooks. He's going to the body, he's got that left uppercut, which he likes to use, which can be very effective. Maidana's got a good repertoire of punches in his game, actually. I do like his range of punches. And is he, the finished article? Well, by no means. He's definitely not. He's still got holes in his defence. He can still get hit. Something we do need to mention is against Soto Carras, Maidana did get hit a lot as well. Obviously, he got the best of it. He had the best of it. He won by stoppage, but he did get hit. We see throughout his career he can get hit, and he can be hurt. So there are still holes there, but I like to see fighters who try to up their game. They try to remodel themselves sometimes. And Maidana's doing that. He knows he was getting a bit one-dimensional. He was getting a bit predictable. He was telegraphing his right hand. That was his main weapon. Now he's showing that he can have a jab and he can do damage with that jab. Even after the first round against Carras, he had damaged Carras. You could see Carras was a bit, he was already feeling the effects of that jab in his face. So that's good for Maidana, and I'm glad that he's gone to Robert Garcia, an elite trainer, and Garcia has been able to actually, work that out into his game and to allow him to follow a game plan. Because he likes to have a war, he likes to have a shootout, and he's got the weapons to win the shootouts. But it does him a world of good when he sets up his punches, and uses a bit of technique. I'd like to see a bit more development with the defensive side of things. Although I will say I was also impressed by, he was using quite a lot of head movement also in the Carras fight. He was going in, and when Carras was trying to counter on a number of occasions, I recall, Carras would try and counter, and then Maidana would slip under the counter and then go back to work. His head's not always just stuck there, just in one place. Which, to be honest, you could say is maybe a little bit of a weakness of Josesito Lopez. We also have a guy here who, he does lack in defensive technique. He does get hit. He can get hurt. But we've got a lot of heart there. Josesito Lopez does fight through adversity. He's the type of guy who's quite durable. He will fight to the very end. You really got to stop the guy. In many ways, like Soto Carras. Carras is a durable guy. He can take a punch. We saw that against Maidana, but Maidana had to keep working. He had to be patient, and he had to keep plowing forward, even if he was landing. He must have landed, I'm sure, a load of punches on Carras throughout the fight, and he thought, this guy's just not going down. This guy's just it's not working. But therefore that's when the patience comes in. He had to use patience. He had to restart again, keep going through his plan, through his game plan, keep using the jab, keep setting up his punches, and it will come, the stoppage will come. And that's good. We want to get away from this thing where he's just looking straight away to knock the guy out, just straight away, because that's when it normally doesn't come. And if he starts focusing more on technique, as it looks like he is, from the one fight I guess we've seen, then if that's anything to go by, and he has improved even further for this fight, then we should see a good Marcos Maidana in this fight. Just off one fight, we can't say he's proved anything. We can't say he's proved he's a completely different fighter. I think it takes more than one fight. It's going to take a few fights, but I think that, we're going to see again, can he stick to a game plan? Can he use the jab, and can he not get carried away? We're going to see in this fight, because I'm sure Josesito Lopez is going to test that. This is a really competitive fight. Lopez can punch as well. He has a punch himself. He's also pretty quick. I think he's at least as quick as Maidana, to be honest with you, if not a bit quicker, actually. I'll give that to Josesito Lopez. That's just my opinion. I think that he needs to use movement in this fight. I think when he wants to, Lopez can have quite good foot movement, particularly in defence when he wants to step back and move back on his feet. I think he can be quicker than Maidana with foot movement and movement in general. I think he can use a little bit of a speed advantage in this. That's just my opinion on the matter. I think that that's something he could look to be using in this to try and get away from Maidana and try and land his own punches. Get some reward without taking shots. I think that this, I was thinking, I think Maidana wins this fight. I think it's going to end up going to be a bit of a slugfest. We're going to see a similar thing to the Karas fight. We're going to see both guys getting hit. We're going to see both guys going for it. And it's going to be basically a war of attrition in the end. I think no matter how Maidana comes in there, I think Lopez will take it to him as well. Because Lopez is no stranger to a dust-up. And I don't think this is really going to be for pure boxing fans. This is going to be a bit of a slugfest as the rounds go on. It might start off a bit cagey. It might start off a bit with a good bit of boxing going on, a bit of technique going on. But I think as the fight progresses, naturally, what will come out of these two fighters is a really exciting fight, which for us, the fans, is really good, and we really like to see. So I'm really going to, looking forward to this fight. I think it's going to be exciting. I think Josesito Lopez has the chance to hurt Maidana because, like I said, Maidana can get hit as well. I think these are two guys who've got power and two guys who can get hit. I give the slight power advantage to Maidana, and I give the edge to Maidana. I think Maidana will. I'm going to go for 10th round stoppage. I'm going to go for something similar to the Karas fight. I think that Josesito Lopez takes some stopping. He's got some heart, but I think eventually, if Maidana sticks to the game plan, he'll get there in the end. I think as they both tire, and Josesito Lopez tires, I think that Maidana will get to him in the end. But I wouldn't rule out a points, this going the distance actually, because although these are both good punchers, I think like I said, both guys for me have heart. They can come back. They've shown they can come back in the past, and I think that's going to may play a part as well. So that may give the fight some longevity. So all in all I can say is it's going to be an exciting fight. I give Josesito Lopez, quite a good chance actually, because he can also box a bit and he can also punch a bit. But I think more of his chance is to actually use a bit of speed and try and beat Maidana to the punch in an exchange. I think that's probably his best chance, or to use a bit of movement and actually try and use a bit of a Khan type method where you get in and you get out against a guy like Maidana, and then you keep your movement going, so you keep out of the way of Maidana. I don't think that he's going to be able to do that for the full fight. I actually think Maidana will show a bit more improvement in this fight. I think he's very good at cutting off the ring, so I think he's going to be able to. I think he's going to be able to cut off the ring against Josesito Lopez, and he may not have to. Lopez may will probably actually just come. They'll stand toe to toe. So that makes for an interesting fight. So I've gone on long enough about this fight. I'm rambling on. I'm looking forward to it. I think Maidana takes this by late stoppage. I'll go for round 10, but I do give Josesito Lopez a chance in this fight, and I think it's a competitive fight. So enjoy the fight, guys. Let me know what you guys think. I look forward to hearing your comments. This is Boxped. I'm out.